So hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing great. So in this video we are going to talk about Blender 2.90 updates and new features, which is officially released by Blender Foundation yesterday. And I'm so excited to share with you some features and some other new updates, which is we are waiting since 1 and 2 months, and now we get these updates. So let's begin the tutorial. So first of all guys, I just want to open that splash screen file, which is you can download from the blender.org. You will get also, and I will also put the link. You can download from there, that you will get this file free, and I think you should download this file and go and check it out, because that work is very good. And I just want to tell you, go and check it out once. Okay, so first of all I'm just going to set up little bit very quickly. It's a very messy right now, so I'm just going to set up very quickly. So first of all, in this video I'm going to talk about some user interface updates and features, which is very useful right now. And feature number one is, personally like this feature, and I was also waiting that feature when it will come, and I will show you guys. So here you can see guys, right now we have a left hand top side, we have a statics bar, which is so useful if you guys are doing modeling in Blender, if you guys are doing some gaming stuff with the Blender. These statics bar very useful for you guys. Before you get these statics bar to here, the bottom of that header, okay, and that is not that much handy. We can we have to just do focus little bit, then we get to know, okay, how much vertices we have, how much edges we have. But right now they have a statics bar. We can see easily how much object in our scene, how much vertices, how much edges, faces and triangle, okay, and it's showing each and everything. And if you have a habit, the older one, so you can just right click here and you will get the scene statics. So here you can see you will get the older one as well, but now I don't need that older one because I love that feature. So I'm just going to unhide this from here. And if you want to unhide that feature from here as well, so you can go to here, and here you will find the statics bar. You can unhide and hide from here. So I think that is a very cool and stuff features which I thought I should share with you, because it's very important. And here is some other option. Here you can see we can enable the video memory and system memory as well, if you want to see, and if you want to clean that header, so you can keep it clean as well. But now you have options, you can choose, and you whatever you want to see, you just accept that. You can just unhide and hide. Okay guys, so I think that is also very cool features. And right now I'm just going to talk about some modifiers. So here you can see guys, now our modifier section is updated, and here you can see now we can toggle these modifier like that. Okay, if you want to toggle these modifier to up to down, you have to just press on that little button of the corner and just drag it up and down. You can easily move these modifier to up and downs, because before you have to just click on the button, then you will toggle these modifier to each other. But right now it's a very useful. Here you can see we can just click, we can just drag and drop to up and down, and we can toggle very easily. Okay, and the another feature from the modifier as well. So here you can see now we have a apply as a shape key and save as a shape key. So if you if you using any modifier, if you want to set these settings as a shape key, and if you want to animate later, so you can do it. That is so useful. I think you should try this also, and I will also make some videos about these, how you can use these as a shape key and how you can save as a shape key, maybe in this week and maybe later that week. So just stay tuned with me guys, and I am just going to upload each and everything about the new blenders, okay, in that channel also. Okay, so let's move on with the next updates. And the another update from the modifier as well. Here you can see now we have a multi-resolution modifier, which is so useful, man, which is so useful. You can delete the higher, delete the lower, and you can subdivide from the hairy object. You can unsubdivide your object as well. So I will show you how you can do this. Open my new file, pressing the Ctrl N, and don't save that file. So right now here you can see guys, I'm just going to delete that cube and adding one monkey here, and going to subdivide at least 2 and 3 times. So here you can see, and I'm just going to apply it Okay, so now if I will enable my wireframe, so here you can see we have a lots of mesh in our monkey head. So now I will add a multi-resolution modifier. So now you can see the magic. By the way, I will just select on that monkey, and now I will click on the unsubdivide. So here you can see it literally unsubdivide that process which is we have applied before and which is so useful. If I will press it again, it will again subdivide, and if I will press again, it will again subdivide, and it will easy to make a high poly to low poly in a fraction of second. Okay, if you want to subdivide this, you can subdivide as well. Here you can see we can subdivide also, and if you want to unsubdivide, you can unsubdivide also. And main important thing guys, you can work with that multi-res in the sculpt mode as well. Here you can see when I will move it, here you can see that is a real mesh. When I leave that my mouse cursor, here you can see now we have that much mesh. We can edit anything in that model, and here you can see we have option is delete higher, and here is other option as well. Here you can see, and we will also talk about these feature in the future videos as well. We can reshape, we can delete higher. So now we can't unsubdivide that. Okay, so for that what we have to do, I'm just going to select that and press the delete higher. So that higher value is delete. Now if I will click the unsubdivide, now we can't unsubdivide because the higher value is a final value. That's why it is giving a error. It's calling it not a re subdivide now on it can't be unsubdivide now. Okay, and one of the cool update which is coming from the Blender as well, which is called I'm just going to show you. That name is extrude manifold. Okay, that is so cool features. I'm just going to show you how you can use that feature. So for that I'm just going to subdivide that cube twice and thrice like this, and now I'm just going to select my face mode, pressing the 3. So here you can see guys, now I will just select that face. Okay, I'm just going to select those faces like this, and I will drag it like that. So here you can see guys, it's working very nicely. Here you can see we can easily create a shape using this only extrude manifold tool. This is so useful. You can just extrude it and it will create a new edge from that part. Here you can see we don't care about that topology, it will manage automatically, and this is super cool. And I think it's useful also a hard surface modeling, because if you want to extrude something according to that topology, so it will also work as a topology. Here you can see it will also work a direction. Now here you can see it will work as a directional extrude as well. So if I'll drag it, here you can see it will take that direction, and so it's such a useful tool I think, and I love that tool. By the way, here you can see how easily we can create a very cool shape in a fraction of second, just dragging those faces to any direction like this. Here you can see, boom, we have a brand new face and brand new shape. So I think that is a very game-changing tool, and I love that tool by the way, because we don't need to press any other keys. Just select that faces and just go to drag that direction, whatever direction you want to stretch it, and we want to make a shape, and that is super cool. I hope you also guys like this tool. And here you can see we have some other updates. Here you can see now the auto smooth is that UI is changed also, and some UI also changes. If you see the modifiers, so it's a modifier also a little bit change. Here you can see some options are changes, some features, some UI is also changing. Okay, and now I'm just going to talk about the other feature also. And first of all, I'm just going to show the browser. Here you can see guys, now we have some other updates as well. So here you can see meet the Nishita, and that is a animated sky. Now you can animate the sky and animate the sun in the Blender, and you can see the animated sky. The video is showing here, and the nodes is also, you just have to add a sky node and plug with the background, and now then you will change the values and you will get the result very nicely, and that is I think super cool. And now here you can see, now we have a updated motion blur in EV as well, and now we have a faster motion blur with the Intel Embry processor as well. Okay, and the main important thing guys, we have a denoiser everywhere. I think that is cool. In the 2.90 you can use this denoiser interactive in the 3D viewport as well as a final render. So I will show you. Okay, I'm just completing these updates also. So here you can see that shadow terminator is also updated. If you guys are using a low poly modeling and if you guys are using the EV for the rendering, so you will know about that problem. And now here you can see it's a very smoothly and it's fixed. And here you can see we have some offset setting which is help to artifacts with the smooth normal on the low poly meshes as well, and which is cool. And now the NVIDIA optics is now available on all NVIDIA GPUs that support it, and which is Maxwell or higher GeForce 700, 800 and 900 and 1000 series as well. And I talk about that multi-resolution, which is so super cool feature. I think you should guys use it, and if you guys are doing sculpting, so it's a very useful tool for you guys. You should try this tool. Okay, and here are some subdivision mode which is I show you before as well with the monkey. And these are some other features from the come from in the cloth filter, which is super cool. I think you should try this, and I will also make some videos about these cloth filters. Okay, we will do some cool simulation with the using these cloth filters. And here are some updates of pose brushing, and if you guys are doing animation using the pose brush, so you will now do some better animation using these scale and translate and squash and stretch pose brush basically. Okay, and there are some other features also updated, which is we will talk about later. And here are, which is I told you before, here are some extrude manifold which is I show you. And yeah, one more update is come from the edge and vertex slide snap. So what is does exactly, if you guys are snapping the edges according to the other edges, so it will not snapping before, but now it will snap like this. Here you can see in the video it's exactly snap like that. And when you come from the edit mode to object mode, so it will look like a continuously mesh. Okay, and that is I think useful feature also. And some improvement also in a bevel, and here you can see some custom profile bezier curves is also improved, and the new absolute mode also coming, and better material UV split also coming. And that is something cool which is we are looking forward since 2 to 3 months, because I thought it will update in 2.83, but it's not updated, but now it's updated. And here you can see the video is showing perfectly the difference between the normals. What happens exactly when you are separate any part from the any object, so it will look like a patch. But right now if you will be separate any part from the a mesh, it will not look like a patch, it will look like a part of that mesh as well, but it will be a separate mesh also. So I think that is good. And when you guys are importing the GLTF for the web browsing and web interacting, so you know about that how much problem it's facing that time when we have our two separate object in a one model, so it will look like a patchy. So now that problem is fixed now. Okay, and some updates also come from the ocean spray. So the ocean modifier now generate maps for the spray direction, which is super cool. We will also make some tutorial all for that. Okay, so now what I'm going to talk about that better UVs, the automatically adjusts UV and vertex color while editing your mesh. Here you can see the video, then I will show you how you can do this exactly. So here you can see guys, when you are editing your mesh, the texture will come with that shape also. It's not stretching, it's rebuilding according to your editing. So how you can do this? So for that I'm just going to in a blender, and I'm just showing to you how you can do this. For that I'm just adding a one cube here and enable my viewport shading mode and go to the shading panel and add a new texture, new node here, and adding a one brick texture here you can see, and attach that color to base color. So here you can see now we have a brick texture on our cube, but and right now it's looking very stretched. So for that you have to just add a texture coordinate and plug that texture coordinate object to vector. So I think UV to vector, yeah, it's looking fine. So now I'm just going to scale it. So -3 I think is fine. Yeah, -3 is fine. So here you can see guys, we have a texture now. I am just going to change the color so it will look like a bricks, okay, like that. So now I'm just going to here, and if I will go to the move that part, so here you can see that UV is stretching, and which is we don't need it. So for that what we have to do, we have to select your mesh first of all and go to the here options option, and here you can see you have a transform correct face attribute. When you have to click on it, now you will drag your mesh like that. You will see that that texture is creating according to your editing. Here you can see, and if I will add any kind of edge loop here, and now I will just extrude that part like this. So here you can see we have a perfect texture with that. And if you found that kind of problem, stretching problem, so you can also solve this problem. So for that you have to do, just click on that face, that stretching face, and click on the normal UV face, then press on the U on your keyboard and click on the follow active card. So when you click on the, here you can see you have a perfect follow active card according to the UV, and you will also fix that problem like that. Because in that video I saw they are showing only the side view, but they not showing that stretching part. But I know that in the real world you will find that problem, so that's why I talk about it. Because whenever you are stretched like that, so you can see in a one side you will also get some stretching problem. For that I'm just going to extrude it like this. So maybe you will add a one edge here, okay, and now you will try to extrude it. So from the one side you will get some stretch like this. So you have to just select that face and select that face also, then click on the follow active quads, and you will get a better texture. That's how you can use the correct face attribute, which is show here also, better UVs, okay. And there are some other options according to the UVs, so which is we will talk about later. This is a very normal updates from the UV sections. So here is a separate UV component. You can separate the vertex, edges and faces from the connected components, and the operation it will run pressing the V hotkey, and the component are ripped in the direction of the mouse pointed position, which is normal. There are three kind of rip UVs, so you can if you want to try it you can try it, but I'm just going to scroll it down. So here you can see we have a open VDF with the fluid also. So smoke and liquid data will now be crashed into a single VDV cache file per frame, which is so useful. And now we have some cloth pressure gradient feature also. We will also try, and we will also I will try this first of all, then I will make a tutorial how you can achieve that kind of stiffness and bounciness and pressure, okay. And now here you can see we have some cool looking user interface, which is I have talked before. Here you can see we have a before after. That in that user interface is more user friendly, okay. Here you can see some modifier redone, which I have shown you before. This is the static bar, which is I talked about you before, and here is a nuke distortion. Here you can see the original plate. Here you can see the other images, how they use that distortion basically. And I don't know about more the nuke and that VFX part, so I can't tell you more about that. But if you want to know about that, you can go and check it out in blender.org. you will get to know all about the nuke distortion. So here you can see guys, that is all the updates coming from the Blender, and which is so useful. And I'm going to try this version, and I will share you with your experience as well. And if I found some cool tips and tricks and some hidden features, so I will definitely share with you. So till then, if you learn something in this video, please hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe my channel also. And if you have any queries, if you have any suggestion, please let me know in the comment box. I will definitely reply your comment. And bye bye, take care, stay home. And if you want to download this splash screen, you can download from here. That is secret, don't tell to anyone. Oh man, I'm just kidding. Bye bye.